So on top of everything else that we've got going on with inflation and the supply chain issues, now we have this situation developing. As of today, this is breaking news from Mike Adams at Natural News. Diesel engine oil outage alert. The entire supply will be wiped out until 2023, probably about a year from now. So middle of 2023 is what these companies are saying. Now, diesel engine oil is typically, your 1540 Rotellas, that type of oil, right? And they have these additives, these chemical additives put into them. And as you're about to hear on this clip I'm going to play for you from Mike Adams and this oil industry expert, what you're going to hear about is these diesel engine oil packages, these chemical additives are gone. There's no more supply. And the companies that supply them, there's only two in the world, basically. Well, they don't expect to have any more available for sale for about a year. And so if we lose diesel engine oil, guys, the trucks that are out there that have just had fresh oil changes, they've got about 10 weeks because they average about 2,500 miles a week and they change oil at about 25,000 miles. So if you're a farmer, if you're a rancher, like this guy says, I would start stocking up now. If you're an independent trucker, same thing, unless you want to run on the same oil for a year. So here we go. This could definitely push everything, not just here in the States, but everything around the world, right over the edge. Here we go.
Chain disasters that we're familiar with, dwindling food supply, diesel fuel running out on the East Coast, agricultural parts not available at any price. On top of that, we have a new crisis that is the worst of all of these. And I've done a lot of due diligence on this, and it's all true. And I'm going to play for you a 2-minute video first from a gentleman who is involved in the transportation industry. And he's going to explain what this crisis is and why it matters. And then after that, I'll come back and give you more details, sources, and links, and frankly, open admissions within the industry that this is happening. And then we'll talk about the consequences of this, which will be absolutely devastating for not just the United States, but the entire world. So let's start with this 2-minute video first. Here we go.
1540 engine oil, or actually any of the diesel engine oils, are soon to become unavailable. You've probably already noticed that there seems to be some kind of a shortage out there on engine oils. It's hard to find. Rotella, for example, in Delvac are almost non-existent. Well, the reason is because they're literally non-existent. Rotella has announced they're not even producing oil right now. The reason is because they have to have a certain additive package for it to be diesel engine oil. And the two producers of that additive are Chevron and Lipizol. Both of those companies, that's it. They're the only ones that produce the additive packages worldwide. Two companies. So it doesn't matter what kind of oil that you buy, you're getting an additive package from one of those two companies. The problem is that both of those companies are out of those additive packages. They don't have any. And they're predicting that it's going to be an entire year before they're able to come back online and start producing additive packages so all these other companies can produce their oil again. I wanted it to sink in what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you there is going to be no diesel engine oil for an entire year available at all. Period. So unless your truck can run for an entire year on a change of oil, you need to get some oil. Whatever it takes. If you want to continue to operate, you need at least a year's worth of oil sitting in the garage or in the shop. If you're a farmer, get some oil. You need to buy quite a few barrels. I'm going to buy about 16 barrels. It's about what I can afford right now, and squirrel it away. It's going to become the most hottest commodity you've ever seen over the next couple of months. Anywhere from the next 4 weeks to 8 weeks, it's going to go from scarcity to non-existent. Get some oil, get it quick.
So as you just heard in that video,
And there you go, guys. Like you just heard there, it's going to be out within 8 weeks. And he's probably being optimistic because as this situation starts to leak out, because the mainstream, I've been looking for mainstream sources on this. I'm really not finding any. And I just got an answer back from one of the farmers I've contacted. And this first he's heard of it. So now he's going to check into it himself with the local cooperatives out there. So I'll keep you abreast on what I personally find out. But obviously, guys, if they're not going to produce any engine oil for diesel engines, they're not going to be running, at least not very many of them. And if they do keep running on the same oil, well, they're taking a big risk on blowing out that motor. So a lot going on all at once, and I'll try and keep my eyes on things as always. But I just wanted to make you aware of this particular situation as I just came across it. So I'll have more news as I get it. God bless, take care. Johnny Storm, don't speak.